Did somebody just join? I hear somebody coming in, but I'm not in the Hangout.
It's just me, Vince. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Mark, I can hear your voice. One moment, I'll be back. One moment, I'll be back. Is it you, Mark, from New Zealand? Yes, of course. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Yeah, well, I might as well jump onto the computer because I happen to be standing next to the damn thing, and we shall do that as well. Bear with me. Oops, that was Chrissy Morris. If you guys want to watch some funny ass shit and a guy that's English with a hell of a lot of tenacity, I highly recommend you subscribe to Chrissy Morris. It's Chrissy with a Y because that's the most important question. And Morris, as in the car. He is just an absolute crack up. And he's got so much tenacity. But seeing me here, and I'm actually uploading right now to YouTube this particular video. I'm just going to jump onto the computer now and get off of this. Right, are you with me? So, I might as well screen share. This is a video I have of I'll just change the screen so you guys don't get to see what I'm doing here. Got to watch these shills and the snipers out there. Don't want those guys getting those address bars, do we? So this is the latest installment, part 4 of Westwave recording in public. Now, the background is this guy, well, the policy of Westwave is to stop or to not allow anybody to record in public. This is a swimming pool. Not allow during their swim school programs, which is not open to the public. You have to enroll and subscribe and consent to their particular terms and conditions, to not allow recording during those times. However, they're also a facility that's open to the public, so therefore, as you're being filmed, there's no expectation of privacy. And this was highlighted to me after having a bit of an issue with the lifeguards trying to stop me from using my GoPro at the swimming pool recording my kids playing. It was highlighted even more so when I went to Mount Roskill swimming pool, which I might point out has a far better hydro slide and wave pool. And as soon as you walk into there, giant sign telling you it's a public place and to expect to be recorded. So there's been a 3-week ongoing battle with a gentleman by the name of Alex Caldwell from Westwave. He's the operations manager. And I do part 4 because, I put it all on YouTube because he's treating me as a member of the public. So if I'm going to be a member of the public, the rest of you members of the public can see too. There is absolutely no expectation of privacy when dealing with members of the public. End of. So, without further ado, here is the latest thrilling installment of basically part 4. Enjoy.
And I say, honestly, I can't remember. I was there at the time, but you have to ask Mum.
After not hearing from Alex Caldwell of Westwave for over a week, and taking him at his word make every effort to call, I sent him this chase up. Hi Alex. As I have supplied my phone number to yourself over a week ago and have stated I wish to have you call me to discuss Dave's inappropriate attitude as well as Westwave's unlawfully obstruction of the public, I am suspicious of your every effort to call statement. Part 3 has been posted. Coming soon, Part 4, showing how MT Roskill Wave Pool and their staff do not obstruct public recording in public places.
So there you go. You saw it first here on Poncho Pete's Flat Earth Big Brother Hangout. Yes, Part 4. Still currently being uploaded and not yet posted on YouTube. So you saw it first here, kiddies.
Upon entering MT Roskill last weekend, I would point out they have a massive sign stating no expectation of privacy.
You notice when I say something, I back it with factual evidence. There's the giant sign. And it says, this facility is a public place, therefore you may be photographed for the purposes of marketing the facility. If your image is captured, it may be used in marketing material. However, we will obtain consent for any images that focuses on an individual. In other words, if they single you out and say, hey, she looks good in a bikini, you have to go and you're going to focus on just her instead of just a wide-angled shot, then therefore they have to get consent because they're enjoying using solely that individual's image. And it's also for commercial gain. For an average member of the public, however, in a public place, no such consent is needed. Moving on.
A polar opposite to your center's unlawful activities. For over 2 HRS, we enjoyed recording the fun myself and offspring participated in, without obstruction. Please explain why you appear to have not done as you have stated. Make every effort to call, or was this false? Failure to call myself within 72 hours will constitute a tacit agreement that Alex Caldwell of Westwave Leisure Center has no interest in discussing the unlawful activities of Westwave and condones his staff demeaning members of the public.
Okay, so if you need someone to respond to you, you say something like that. Failure to respond or failure to call within 72 hours will constitute a tacit agreement. In other words, they better respond or they're agreeing to your point of view. And 9 times out of 10, they will fucking respond within that time frame. Police, lawyers, anyone, they will respond.
I suggest this be resolved promptly and I look forward to your effort to call. Have a wonderful day. Mark. Note, should I hear nothing, I will attend for a face-to-face to hopefully gain a resolution. Replied 1 February. Good morning, Mark. Thank you again for your emails of 23 and January 31st, requesting that I respond to your concerns regarding our staff members' interaction with you on Saturday, January 14th, and Westwave's rules regarding filming within the facility.
No problem at all.
As I explained in my January 20th email, Westwave's rules and processes on the use of cameras in the facility are currently under review.
Are they?
Thank you again for bringing this to our attention.
Welcome.
Once our review is complete, I will provide you a copy of the revised rules.
Awesome.
It has never been the intention to prohibit filming that occurs with the consent of those being filmed.
Bullshit.
And I apologize again about how this was dealt with on January 14th. I have reminded...
You don't need consent, you fucking toss-potting hooer. Alex, get it in your head. It's a public place. Consent is not required because there is no expectation of privacy in a public place, i.e. a swimming pool open to the public, whether you charge an entry fee or not.
It's staff that all instructions they give should be reasonable and consistent with the pool rules. Our changes to rules and processes will result in staff checking that all people being filmed or photographed are aware of it occurring. And that their consent has been obtained.
Really? There's no expectation of privacy. Don't need it.
Although Westwave is a community facility and open to the public.
Open to the public, you say? Let's look out and see what that definition is, according to legislature. Oh, there it is, right there under interpretation, public place. Means a place at any material time is open or being used by the public.
Entry is conditional on the customers agreeing to comply to the terms and condition of entry. It is clear in our posted conditions of entry that you must comply with instructions given by staff.
Really? So if they tell me to hop on one fucking foot, I should? They tell me to go fuck a donkey. I should comply with the staff. Get your head right. Ridiculous. I will comply with any lawful order or lawful request. Don't tell me to not do what I'm allowed to do.
Listed conditions of entry that you must comply with instructions given by staff and comply with the pool rules.
Play with your
Accordingly,
ballsack.
you may be approached again
They can
if
give
you
me
choose
those
to film
orders.
within the facility, in accordance with the revised rules and processes.
Oh, they're revised now. I thought they were under review.
I have spoken with the staff member you have mentioned about their interaction with you on January 14.
That'd be Dave.
I can assure you that the issue has been appropriately dealt with, but
Really? Like you calling me back? That sort of assurance?
I cannot provide you with any further specific details.
I don't want any, you tosser.
Both the Privacy Act, Section 29, and the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act, Section 7, allow the Council to withhold information where necessary to protect others' privacy. Matters involving employment are very personal issues and need to be kept confidential. I hope this provides you with a clear response to all of your questions.
Never leave a statement like that unresponded to.
Kind regards. Alex. Alex Calwell, Operations Manager. Westwave Pool and Leisure Center. Of course I respond the same day with greeting, Alex. Thank you for replying within the 7-2 HR time frame to avoid condoning your staff's actions, much appreciated. As silence is acquiescence. To avoid any further misunderstanding, I will be clear.
Listen up.
There are 3 points I see that had occurred. 1. My right to record in a public place was infringed upon.
Damn straight.
Apology accepted. 2. Your policy pool rules do not prohibit public recording, only those enrolled in school programs.
Is that right?
3. Dave demeaning comments. I do not blame him for enforcing policy, as it has highlighted the error within it. But he should watch his mouth regardless.
Listen.
You stated you would make every effort to call. I can only presume you are so ran off your feet that calling me to discuss this is too taxing. As for me, I find using a phone fairly effortless. For the 3 points mentioned. 1. You stated the facility is open to the public, as there is little to no expectation of privacy, other than a toilet or changing room. Refer information I have supplied to Susan. Within a public place, what consent would be required? I believe you are misinformed and deriving an unreasonable expectation of privacy due to such. As you are prohibiting this, best stop. The claim of requiring consent from the public for a member of the public to record within a public place is incorrect. If you could inform me as to where you have derived your incorrect information from, I would be happy to review and or correct this. Part 4. Showing empty Reskill Wave Pool and the polar opposite will hopefully highlight this to you. This will be posted soon. Take particular attention to the giant sign stating it is a public place and photography is allowed. I also noticed that the lifeguards were able to focus on observing the public swimming, and not have to run around prohibiting lawful and legal activities. As stated earlier, I would suggest you do not attempt to infringe upon my rights again, and should your staff do so, especially after being prior given notice, I will hold yourself, Alex, personally liable. 2. I will look forward to seeing the review of Westwave's policy. Once completed, I might suggest you adopt MT Reskill's policy to avoid possible future legal liabilities. 3. Thank you for ensuring Dave has been spoken to. This will suffice. I have no interest in his private information. However, I suggest that if working within the public realm upsets those with unreasonable expectations of privacy, to perhaps change employers. Your response to date has not provided a clear answer to all my questions. 2 out of 3 points are sorted. However, requiring consent in a public place to record, incorrect, and I find this is the root of the issue. Do you get consent from every member of public to record them? Or just give notice? much like I have given Westwave. The public do not require it. Again, as you clearly are not getting the point, I suggest you call me should you have any further confusion. I look forward to seeing your policy, which is not law, corrected. Have a great afternoon, Alex. Mark. P.S. I will send a link to part 4 to you when posted. I hope to have part 4 completed over the weekend. Thanks for watching.
You're watching it, part 4. And just to show that recording in public is perfectly okay. Isn't that strange? Your water will always find its level. Thoughts of being born during this. Wow, it's almost like we're under a dome, eh? Under another atmosphere. Go figure. Bet you it's dense there. Ah, and note to people, if you want to actually share something and not get a copyright strike on a live broadcast, it's always good to show it before you upload it to YouTube so they don't get a copyright strike if it's your own material. Just saying. Look at that flat ass water. You could almost draw a straight line around that edge, couldn't you? Could that be because water's standing point is level? We'll always find it's level. There's a little bit of a ripple. I wouldn't call it a curve. It's probably what it's like in outer space if you ask NASA. Oh, I saw air bubbles. Look at that, lifeguards actually watching the pool and not running around telling people to put their cameras away. Now the wave's on, right? If you get seasick, don't watch this, but the wave gives it a good half-meter rise and fall, so it's quite a choppy one. Look at those lifeguards, all watching around the pool, not doing anything but their job. Isn't that beautiful? Take note, Alex Coolwell. I'll skip the wave. Time for another hydro slide.
3, 2, 1, let's! Yeah! Woo! You catch me,
Take particular note of that. The lady directly under the arrows is breastfeeding, directly underneath the sign saying it's a public place and there's cameras working. All right? She has no expectation of privacy, just to be clear. I would point out that I did actually capture her breastfeeding, but for her privacy, I chose not to be crude and show it.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lake. There's a bucket. The camera's going to turn and the will go down. Here's it and the camera. If you want to play, time to go face down with it. No!
Look at that giant sign saying it's public. Hello. How's it? Sorry, I was keeping myself occupied. Shall I continue? You got anything to drink? What are these guys here? Take a drink, bottle. Someone's just left their drink bottle sitting there. In that small confined area, you get choppy sea, I know. That's fun. Yep. That wave was much better than the other one, eh? It's got much more height because it's in that small confined area, you get choppy seas, eh? So ends that.